Hey everybody. The embarrassment of bagged tea. I'm at a loose leaf, so I have to go through the remainder of my bags. Someone actually, when I left my last job, they gave me this huge, rather nice wooden chest just filled with tea bags, and it was great to have there at work because like I wasn't really making pots. Like I am now, where I go through like a pot of tea every day. I know I'm destroying everybody's image of me, where I'm like going on about being a vegan, which I'm not. I'm not actually like a full vegan, but I'm kind of moving in that direction slowly. And then I drink tea, and I have 3 little dogs. There you go. You know, sometimes we project our stereotypes on others. When I was on vacation just recently, I met somebody who read my blog a whole lot, and we were kind of sitting by the and he said, "Hey, let me buy you a drink." And I was like, "Sure." And he's, "What do you want?" And I said, "You know what? Vodka martini extra dry with a twist." And his jaw hit the floor, and he was like, "You drink martinis?" And I'm like, "Dude, yeah, of course I drink martinis. It's martini is my favorite flavor." And he's like, "I thought you were a tough guy." And I'm like, I'm not entirely sure what a tough guy is, but I happen to think martinis are pretty tough. And there you go. While we're on the subject of projecting our own images on other people, hey Jason, I'm not attracted to gay men. That's an awful lot of guys, and not being attracted to gay men kind of really, really seriously makes your dating pool pretty shallow. I'll start with me. I'm gay, completely in the closet, 24, and a virgin. Okay, all right, no, that's cool. 24 is about the time that I think most guys kind of feel that they hit that wall of like, okay, like I'm really ready. I'm really done with this whole, ain't stuck in a nothing thing yet. I've kissed countless girls for the crake. I don't even know what that means. I'm going to have to Google that. And I even got drunk and went down on a girl once. But I've never kissed a bloke. Oh, bloke. Okay, so crake, bloke, I'm guessing probably... Oh, am I your first Irish? You're not, but someone's going to have to explain to me what a crake is. Or a... Someone Google it and email me back. I just can't be arsed. Arsed. Love that word. We all gotta start using... These are the Jasonisms, right? Like, get off my dress, swinging large, finishing every sentence with go figure, I can't be arsed. I should make a whole line of t-shirts that say shit like this. Sorry, okay, let's go back. I have a major problem in that I find gay guys really unattractive. As soon as I see the slightest floppy hand or vaguely effeminate action, I'm disgusted. That's pretty bad. When I realize a guy is gay, I dissect his behavior, waiting on them to slip up. Sometimes just knowing that the guy is gay makes him less appealing. Worst part is, I'm not even particularly macho myself. Okay, macho? Who uses the word macho anymore? And don't tell me that it's an Irish thing, because if you're using words like bloke and crake and arst, I think actually I was the one who used arst, but that, macho? Who are, macho? Really? Really? Macho? Girl. But enough to keep my sexuality a secret. Oh, sorry, I'm not the most macho myself, but enough to keep my sexuality a secret. Really? I'm starting to think that Northern Ireland, where I live, has no straight-acting gay men. Now, I went on a rant once about the term straight acting and about how it makes me want to twist people's heads off and spit down their neck. Because just because you're... like a regular guy, and just so we're clear on this, I am so gay acting, alright? I'm not, because every so often I'll get someone who goes, yeah, but Jason, you're all blah, yeah, you're a big fat. I'm like, I know, I've actually posted videos on the internet of me sucking dick, so don't even think that I'm gonna ever suggest that I'm straight acting, because I'm so not. straight acting. At all. Like, I couldn't possibly... I mean, I would go to metal clubs in Toronto, and people would go, oh, cool, we love it when the gay guys show up. Like, I mean, it was just like, I can't fool anyone. And I know, not that I would try, but... Oh, except Devin Draz. Devin Draz thought that I was straight. Like, for ages. And then, like, I mentioned having a husband, and he was like, wait a minute, but I thought that. I'm just like, no, what made you think that? Like, I've got, like, pictures of naked guys on my wall. And he goes, yeah, but you work for gay porn. It's a really funny conversation. I'm starting to think that in Northern Ireland, where I live, there are no straight-acting gay men, or at least none straight enough to meet my ridiculously high standards. I don't know if I would call them high standards. I've been to gay bars a few times, and I know a fair amount of gay men, mostly friends of friends, but I could never imagine myself with any of them. It's not like I lust after straight men either. Well, hey, stop humping your brother. Hey. What have I told you about humping your brother? No. Oh, it's so bad to do. I know. Well, you know, he is pretty cute. But he's your older, I mean, like, you know, you gotta cut that shit out. Okay, fine. But no humping. Sorry, it's like Wild Kingdom around here. Where was I? I could never imagine myself with any of them. This is the fair amount of gay guys that he knows through friends, but they aren't actually friends of his because you can't have actually any gay friends or something. It's not like I lust after straight men either. Well, much. I often look, acknowledge that they're hot, sigh, and get over it. I feel like if I met someone I was even remotely interested in, that I would come out straight anyway. But currently, I don't see the point. I feel if I met someone I was even remotely interested in that I would come out straight anyway, but currently I don't see the point. I have no idea what you mean by that. You mean that like, if you actually met a girl that you were interested in that you would turn straight? Because it doesn't work like that. Sorry. Is this common among gay men? Do I need to get off my high horse? Help. Boyfriend desperately required. P.S. You're going to tell me to come out, aren't you? No, I'm actually not going to tell you to come out, but I am going to tell you to pop your vaguely homophobic ass out of your head. Or, no, the other way around. Your vaguely homophobic head out of your ass. I mean, the point is that your entire body is vaguely homophobic, and it's all self-directed, and you know this. Listen, I kind of know this problem because I sort of had it once. I used to be a waiter in a gay bar back in the early 90s. Because I'm old, and I posted pictures of myself back there. You remember that? And I had like the big old floppy hair and the abs and the whole, you know, and the cute little corn-fed smile. No facial hair whatsoever, no tattoos, and a pierced ear. But the point is that, you know, when you're at the gay bar and the waiter's like, everybody wants to shag the waiter. And I remember just thinking, like, individual guys were like totally hot, and I was like totally into the guy, and I would kind of saunter up to him with my trick. And I would do this whole kind of like, hey, how you doing? And as soon as the guy showed any interest in me whatsoever, he would immediately be ugly. And it was just the weirdest thing. It was like a magic trick. And I used to just think that, well, you know what, I do have really bad eyesight, so probably what it is that when I'm far enough away from the guy, he looks really good, and then I get close, and then I realize that he's not. So I got bad taste from afar, or something like that. And then I realized that, well, actually, no. What it is it's all of my own internal thing. Your brain shuts you off. It sounds to me like your biggest problem is that you're gay, right? You don't really have any gay friends. You don't really feel like you fit into the whole gay community. You don't really feel like you fit into the whole gay scene. And I understand that because not everybody does. Even I don't sometimes. But what I'm seeing here more than anything is that you don't actually have ridiculously high standards. You have a wall, right? And so you go out looking for people to hit that wall, you know, because you get this prison cell that you've built for yourself. You can't allow yourself to like anybody else because the second that you do, you become gay, right? Up until this point, you were able to pass as straight, and you're able to, you know, get drunk and go down on the crake or whatever. I don't even know what that means. For the crake. I'm really going to have to Google that. I probably should have before I started this video. Anyway. And then you say, it's not like I lust after straight men either. Well, very often. And we both know that that's probably not entirely true. Here's the thing. You're just going to have to get comfortable with the fact that although you don't necessarily fit in with gay culture in some way, shape, or form, that it still is kind of your only option for finding a boyfriend. But you also don't really mention that you do anything other than go out to gay bars and hang out with your straight friends, get drunk, and make out with girls for the crake. Somebody seriously Google that for me. Okay, so my suggestion is well, you know, you said you're going to tell me to come out, and I said I'm not going to tell you to come out, but I'm going to kind of tell you to, yeah, honestly, come out. Because I think that the real problem might actually be that you create this prison cell for yourself where you're incapable of finding a connection with a guy, because if you do find the connection with a guy, then you're going to have to come out. And then your friends are going to find out, and all the girls that you went down on drunk are going to find out that you only did it for the crake. I'm going to be using that phrase all day. This is going to be fun. And that's a hurdle that you're clearly not ready to take. Except you're 24, in the closet, and a virgin, and a boyfriend is desperately required. So you know what? There's your first hurdle. Is you got to break out of that prison. And may I suggest, because I've met an awful lot of very masculine, really hot, handsome Irish men. Why don't you go out and do something that would put you in a situation where you would actually meet some gay men that you might be interested in meeting? Activities that you would like to share. I don't know what you do for fun in Ireland. I have this mental picture of a whole bunch of men running around in the green playing soccer or rugby or I don't know, and like red pubic hair flying all over the place, and you know, it would be really hot. You know, there would probably be some haggis, although I think haggis is actually from Scotland. No, I'm going to hear everything, but at least I didn't make a comment about the kilts because that's Scottish. Blow each other's bagpipes. I'm still getting a really nasty letter from someone in the IRA. Anyway, the point is that it sounds to me anyway like you're putting up this roadblock in front of yourself that no guy could possibly meet, because you know that as soon as you meet somebody who actually meets that standard, that it's going to open up a whole big can of worms that you just kind of aren't ready to open up. So maybe if you open up that one can of worms and deal with it, you'll stop sort of prejudging guys. I have one more story for you. I used to kind of do that as well. Like, I would sort of look for those gay traits, and then I would immediately say that was a big turnoff. And I remember meeting a guy at a gay bar back in, like, 1988, I guess, or 87. And he worked there, and I thought he was really hot, but he was way too gay for me. And then I found out that actually he was straight. At which point I was suddenly attracted to him. And even at the tender age of 19, I realized immediately what that meant, which was that what turned me off was not the actual fact that he was gay or straight. It was the fact that he was more out than me, and that was the real turnoff, because I wasn't ready. And as soon as I realized that, I was ready. And you will be too. And, wow, I'm almost going 15 minutes. I don't get it. God, I talk too much. Keep asking me questions. Hey, stop humming your brother!